Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to the day's mini battle report. So my new SAS have just been finished being painted up from Spectre. Lovely sculpts, lovely figures, managed to get them complete and I wanted to put into the test straight away in a little mini battle report. So what I'm going to do today, I'm going to do a joint operations battle report with a section of British infantry. We'll look at the figures that are going to be in the game shortly, but let's go and have a look at the map and going to see what we're going to be doing. So you can see we've got a 3x3 map. We've got like a little scrapyard here with some containers and some damaged cars. There is a compound over in the top corner where they believe a bomb maker is going to be. On top of that compound there is a heavy Dushka gun. The object of the mission is for the British infantry to come in, dominate the battle space, set up 2 fire bases covering the compound. As soon as they've done that, the SAS are going to come in. When they come in, they are going to take the compound and capture the bomb maker. I'm going to call this battle report Operation Heineken, after a famous beer. I have homebrewed some of the rules for grenades, and I'll explain that when I get down there, just to make it a bit more easier. And smoke also, I've homebrewed that to see the size of the plume of the smokes. And I'll explain that when we get into the battle report as well. Apart from a few homebrew rules, that's about everything. So let's go and have a look at the forces. Let's go and have a look and see what they're comprised of, and then we'll start the battle report. Okay then, so let's have a look at the forces. We're going to start off with the bomb maker and his assistant. They're going to be in the compound. They've got one group of 4 militants. That will be coming on, and they've also got one group of 5 militants. In reserve, they're going to have some mercenaries from the Wagner group, which will be classed as trained, and they're going to have 2 4-man teams. Also on top of that, they have got 1 times technical. This may turn up during the game. It may not get used during the game, and I'll explain the reason why that shortly. For the British, we've got 1 rifle section, and then 2 teams of 3 SAS that are going to come in. Right, so this game today is going to be a solo game. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to explain how that's going to work. Okay, everyone, because today is going to be a solo battle report, I'm looking at ways to activate the troops and control them now. I know Steve of Spectre has put up a nice little crib sheet for solo wargaming, which I'm trying out at the minute. But at the minute, I'm just going to try out my own little rules. So all troops today will be activated using a deck of cards. Now there's a full suit of red cards and a full suit of black cards in there with 2 jokers. Now, militants will get activated on a red, NATO forces will get activated on a black. If a joker is drawn, that gives then a bad thing to happen. And I've got a little chart over here of stuff that can affect the battlefield, such as buildings being set on fire, IEDs being found, a technical just turning up onto the battlefield, blasting away. So we'll see how that works. But there's also some no effect items in there as well. So we'll have a look at that as the game goes on, see what happens. So on that, let's get the game started. The NATO forces are going to deploy just down here and start moving up that way. All militant units are going to start on alert, and if a red card gets drawn, they will roll to see if they've been alerted and seen something. Okay, there'll be only 1 militant unit on the board at the time, which will be 1 guard in the main gate there, and obviously the machine gun at the top up there. So on that, let's go, let's start, and let's get on with the battle report. Okay everyone, so let's start. Let's see what this first card is, let's see what's going to happen. So the first card is a red, which is militants. So there's nothing on the board at the moment, so we're just going to roll to see if they're alert. 9+ for their awareness, they've got an 8, so they're still on alert. A black card. So what we're going to do, we're going to bring on the first lot of troops. Now these are the British. They've got a movement of 5. So we're going to bring on a fire team just down here, and they are going to start moving up just at the side there. they need to get into position. Move the GPMG, the good old general, just down there, and they are going to take 2 movements, so the next one will be 4, so that will just take them to the movement across the road. So have a look at the next card, another black, so let's get on to the other section to come on. So the other rifle section is going to come on there, and they are going to move up behind the container there. Just ready to go. Let's have a look at the next card. It's red. So let's go and see if these are alert. 4, no, they're still not alert. So NATO forces can move quite freely. Next card is a red. A 3, still not alert. It's a black card. So we're going to get this other section, fire team should have said to move up here, and we're going to move around there, and that will take them up into that hard cover there. Joker. So Joker's come up 1 to 5 is going to affect the militant forces. 6 to 10 is going to affect the NATO forces. So roll a 1, so it's going to affect the militant forces. So let's see what it's going to get. A 4. They're going to be hit by a missile straight away. So the compound is going to get hit by a missile. It's an AOE of 6. All right, and we'll be rolling to see what happens in there. See what happens. So 1 to 5 is going to be that building. 6 to 10 is going to be that building. So that building's just been hit. There is nothing there at all. It's got an AOE of 6. So it's not going to affect anything at all, but that building has just been hit by a missile. So now they are alert. They know something is happening. That is not what they wanted to do. Somebody's a little bit trigger happy there. So, because it's been hit by a missile, straight away everybody comes alert. They don't need to roll at that for anymore. This could affect the NATO forces moving up. So let's see what happens next on the next card that's drawn. It's a black card. So, they're going to move 9 up to there. Trying to go and get into position around the side. Next card, another black card. These are going to move around here. They're going to move 9, and they're going to get into a 5 position up there. So they're ready nearly to get going. It's another black card. So we're going to start bringing on the SAS first. So they've got a movement of 6. Then we're going to bring a team on here. They're going to move quick time. So that'll be 11 if we double time them, which will get them up to that fence there. So the first team starting to move up. There, like that. Black card again. We're doing quite well here. I think we need to get this team into position, so we're just going to move them on there like that to there. They're going to move once, and they are then going to open up onto that machine gun team up at the top up there. We need to neutralise it straight away. So 2 for this, got an SMG in there, 3 for the rifles. The veterans are hitting on 5 pluses, so let's see what happens. So they got 3 hits. So their situation awareness for the militant is 9. I'll take that as in hard cover, so take it 7 pluses. So they saved 1, but they had 2 successful hits, so we'll put that there, because that means that we're going on their stress. So they'll be killing on 5 pluses, and they killed them both. So that has been neutralised and taken off the board straight away. So good work by them British round there. And let's have a look at the table now and let's see what's just happening. So then British SAS are just starting to move up the road. This British fire team has just moved in position there for the front gate. These have just moved around here and taken out the Dusker team that was at the top. These are alert here, but obviously they haven't had a car drawn, and that building is completely destroyed from a missile strike, which was not very good. So in all, the British have got lots of momentum at the moment, moving very, very quickly, but all that can change very, very easily if the cards are being drawn. So let's see what happens and continue with the game. Okay, then let's have a look at the next card. It is a militant. So what we're going to do, we're going to try and bring on another unit for the militants. So they need, their stress is 5, so they need a 5 plus. And they've got a 9, so another one's going to come on. So 1 or 2 is going to come into this top corner there, 3 or 4 there, 5 or 6, that one there, 7 or 8 there, 9 or 10, they're just going to pop up in the middle. 8, so they're going to start coming on from down here now. So they're going to come on, and they have a movement of 5, and they're going to come into the corner here, and this militant team's just going to pop into there like that. And because they've seen them Special Forces operatives moving up there, they're going to take a shot. So we're not going to use the RPG, but we're going to use the, say they've got 4 rifles. So they are hitting on 7 pluses, and they didn't get 1 hit at all. Not 1 hit at all. So the bullets just went flying around there. A little question for Steve, if he does watch this video, because they didn't hit, do they need to still take a stress test? Because obviously nothing's been hit and there's been no successful shots. So if you could leave an answer for that, that'd be brilliant. So they've just moved from there. Let's have a look at the next one then. It's a red one again. These are going to move another behind this hard cover up here, and they're going to get in there. And they are going to fire again. These are 7 pluses. And they got 4 hits onto them operatives there. Now they are 8s awareness. There is no cover at all, so this is going to be a bit disastrous, I think, for the Special Forces. Let's see what happens. Situation awareness. Actually, the save 3, so only 1 went through. How about that? So the save 3, that was a 9 there, just pulled over. So the save 3 of them, so only 1 went through. So that means their stress is going to go up by 1. They need a 5, 6, 7 plus to hit, and they don't hit, so the stress has only gone up by 1. So let's see what happens there. They're 3 plus, they failed it by 1. So contact, the element moves into cover. So what's going to, and they're going to move on momentum, so they're just going to jump straight over that wall there, into cover, but they only generate 1 momentum next turn, so we're just going to put that little dice, micro dice on there to say they've only got 1 momentum when they need to activate them next time. Okay then. Black. Well, let's have a look at the biggest threat on here. I think the biggest threat would be these here. So these need to shoot straight away. 3 rifles, they've only got 1 momentum, don't forget. They're hitting on 3 pluses. it jumped out. So that's 3 hits. So situation awareness is 9, hard cover 8s to 7s. So they saved 1, but 2 shots went through. They're killing on a 5+, and they didn't kill any at all. However, their stress is 5s. They didn't take any casualties, so it didn't go up. Let's have a look. And they failed by 2. So they now have been shocked, and they've only got 1 momentum next turn. So let's just pop across here, and we'll put a micro dice off on that one there. And we'll take that one off there. We might be using that again later. So a little bit of a firefight starting to break out around here with the British. We need to start doing something with these around here, get the cards, get these moving, but obviously we need to sort these out first. So let's see what happens in the next card, which is a red. I think they're going to call for some backup for a Wag the Group team. See, 5+. 9, they've got some Wag the Group coming on. Again, they're going to do exactly the same. 1, 2 in top corner, 3, 4 they're going to come from the compound. 5, 6 from here, 7 to 8 from this corner, 9, 10 they're just going to pop up in the middle. 7, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're going to come up here. These SAS operatives are going to get a bit of a battering down the bottom, and another. And I'm going to put these on as enlisted members. So they're going to come in, and they're going to come in there, one team. They're going to come down there. And they are going to fire onto them over there straight away. 4 shots. And they need 6 to hits. They've got 2 hits. So 2 hits. So situation awareness is 8. They're in soft cover down to 7s. Nothing went through, but still got to roll because they got 2 successful shots, and they saved them both straight away. Right then, let's have a look around the table and let's see what's happening. So these down here were coming up the road. A militant unit's come on there. They've now called in reinforcements, so they've got a Wagner team coming in from that side. The British are still in their positions, ready to put fire support down onto the compound. However, I think this SAS team needs a little bit of an hand down here. And nothing else has happened major. So let's go on, turn the next card, and let's see what happens. Okay then, next card. It is a red card. So again, it is the militant forces. These SAS are getting really hammered over there, but I think they're going to get hammered again. So these militants are going to now double tap over to Wagner group. So they're going to put 8 dice in there. Because they are double tapping, that puts their ballistic value up to 7s. So they need 7s to hit. So they've got 1 there, they've got 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So they've got 5 hits onto them there. Soft cover 8 7s. So they saved 4. I don't believe that. They saved 4. I thought they were going to get hammered. They saved 4, but only 1 went through. So we're going to put that over there to stress. Did anyone get hit? So body armour 6s 7s. Yes, 1 of them has been hit. So we're going to take him off there. So 1 SAS operative has been killed. So 1 killed, 1 stress. The stress was 2. It goes up 1 to 3s. And they saved them both. Not a good start. Not a good start at all. Okay, let's try the next card. It is a black card. Okay, so I think what we're going to do, we're going to move this infantry fire team back this way to support the SAS, and they are going to open up onto these here. So we've got 2 for the Jimpy, 3 rifles, I'm going to be firing into these ones here. So you need 5s to hits, and they hit 4 times. So situational awareness is 9. Sorry, yes, 9. Hard cover for that, so it'll be 7s. And they saved 3, and 1 went through. They are doing really well. Did anyone get killed? 5+, they've got no body armour. Nobody got killed, so they've still got 1, which they passed their stress test as well. So that is good. So, the Brits aren't doing well at all, are they? Right. Red card. I think they're going to try to call another wag the team on. Right, let's see what they need. 5+. No, they don't. So that was actually wasted. But I can, if I thought of bringing another wag the team on, probably from this area, try to pin them down. So it happens. Anyway, it's a black card. It's a British card. So what we're going to do now, we are going to use the grenades. Now these are my homebrew grenades, right? So we've got a 3-inch AOE, all right, but we're going to be rolling 3 dice. If we succeed the ballistics value, i.e. 3, it'll be complete 3 inches. If then you get 2, then it'll be down 2 inches, 1, it'll be 1. If nothing, it's just a dud grenade, all right? And then we roll for the effects of the grenade for the situational awareness. So, both of these are going to throw grenades. One's going to throw one over there, one's going to throw one over there. I know these aren't the proper grenade rules, by the way, but it's just the homebrew rules that I'm using. So the ballistics is 3 for them. So we've got 3 hits. So that will then hit them 3 there. All right. They get enough bonuses for grenades at all. So the situational awareness would be 9s. Which they fail them all. So 3 successes on there. Grenade kills on a 3+. Kills 2. 1 survives. So we'll put them over there. 2 on there. So they're now going to roll for their situational awareness, which is actually gone up 1 because they were on shock, so they're on 6s. They lost 2 7 8s. They failed it by 4, so they are now pinned and do not generate any momentum. So we're going to put that little marker on there. They're pinned now and they do not generate any momentum. They can return fire or try to rally. The next grenade is going to try to go over there. Again, we're going to roll 3 dice. All successes, so that will pick up all of them. So they're in the open, so 9+ is a situational awareness. They fail none. So 4 hits, coming on 3+. And they killed them all with that grenade. So that unit is just been wiped out. So we're going to mark that over there with some smoke. So that grenade's just destroyed that one there. And that one just took out a couple over there. So them frag grenades are quite good. Okay then, next card then. It's a joker. 1 to 5, NATO forces. 6 to 10, it's going to be militant. And it is militant forces again. Let's see what happens to him. On a 9, all unit stress has gone up to 7. So when we roll for any stress now, they will start on 7 straight away. So the British have got the upper hand, but they just need to push on it now and make something happen quickly. Let's see what the next card is. It is a red. So now, because this unit's got stress has got to 7, it needs 7 pluses to call somebody on. So what we're going to try to do is going to try to call the other Wagner team on. No, that doesn't happen. Next card. Again there, what we're going to do, we're going to take these out of the building there and they're going to start coming forward. So they've got a movement of 5, so we can get them down to there, but they won't be able to fire just yet. So they're going to come down to there. Bit of a suicide mission, but it's worth a go. Okay, next card. It is a black card. So we're going to call on this British team. They're going to now move back into the position back down there. Next card, British again. We're going to bring on the next SAS team. They're going to come in here and they're going to finish them off there. And obviously now these will be firing at CQB. So they're going to move straight in, firing at CQB, so they'll be hitting on 2 pluses. So that's 3 hits. Sorry, was that 3 hits? I can't believe I'll do all that again. Yeah, 3 hits on them straight away. The stress has already gone up to the max, so they need 10 pluses to save anything, which they don't. So they're killing now on with a battle rifle. 4 pluses, and they're gone. So they've just moved in, taken that militant unit out there. Right, let's get the cards going, let's start moving, start sorting these units out. Next card, black again. Right, these are going to move 5 here. And they've just seen them pop up around the corner there. So they are going to fire onto them there. They've only got 2 shots. What range is that? Okay. So they're hitting on 3 pluses. So that's 2 hits. Situation awareness is 9. There's 50%, so I'll give them all cover. That'll take it down to 7s. Actually, stop. They're already on 7s straight away. Or that, sorry, that's a stress. So my apologies. That was stress has gone up. So situation awareness 7s. They passed 1 and fell 1, so 1 round went through. 5 plus and 1 dead. So we're going to take him off there. So there are start on 7, 1 dead is 8. So the situation awareness is 8. They failed by 1 miraculously. So they're shocked. So they only get 1 momentum next turn. Okay, so let's have a look at the battlefield, running out of cards, and let's see what's happened. Well, so the units that were here have now gone. This SAS team's just moved in and took them out there. The other SAS team's moved back there. They've just fired on a unit that's moved out from there. So they've just moved around. They've been taken out. This British team has been quite static over there at the minute. This one's moved back into position, ready to go. And the militants have tried to call over the Wagner unit, but it hasn't turned up. So let's see what happens. Finishing off the game. And hopefully we will get these British into the compound. Okay, next card, let's have a look. It's a red. So they've only got one momentum left over there, so well, we're going to move them back into the compound, or we try to bring on another Wagner team. Let's try to bring on another Wagner team, I think. Actually, no, let's push these back. They only can move 5, but I think they need to get back into hard cover, and that would be their one momentum. Next card, red again. Let's get them into there. As soon as they're in, we can then start calling that other Wagner team in. So they move back into that compound where it's safe out of the way there. Ooh. We've got one more card for a reshuffle, which is red again. So we're going to see if we can call on that Wagner team. Obviously the stress is right up to 7, so they need 7+ to call them on, and they get a 9, so they do. So again, 1, 2, they're going to come over there. 3, 4, they're going to come out the compound. 5, 6 from down here. 7 to 8, let's hope they don't come down here. Or 9 or 10, they're going to pop up in the middle. So we roll a 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the other Wagner team is going to come on down here, and we're going to put them. Actually, they're going to move twice, I think. And I'm going to put them into this field down here. So the last Wagner team has come on. The last reinforcements. And we've got no cards left, so let's shoot them a quick shuffle. Okay, and let's see who the first card goes to. It is red. So, what we're going to do, we've got this Wagner team here. I think they're going to move up into that cover there, behind that vehicle. It's a little bit over their movement, so they're not going to actually make it. But can they see them there? Oh, just see them. I don't think they're going to fire just yet. I think we'll leave it at that just for the moment. Red, but they can see him now, so they're going to move up to this vehicle here, and they're going to fire 4 rounds into that SAS team down the bottom there. So these are listed, they're hitting on 6s, and they've got 3 hits. Situational awareness, I'm going to give them hard cover that because of all the stuff that's in between all the way around. So 8s, 6s for situational awareness, and they say 1 but 2 went through. Body armour killing on 7+s, and they don't kill anybody, but they've got 2 stress. So stress is 2s, and they saved them both. So not very good there. Let's see what the next card is. An ace, a black ace. So first off, let's get this team moving here. They're going to move 5 to there, and they're going to come behind this car here, and they're going to open up onto them down there. So 3 rounds, hitting on 3+s. So that's 3 hits. Situational awareness is 9s. I'm going to give them obviously 7+s. They saved all 3. If you believe that, they got 2 9s and a 10. So they saved them all. So that hard cover's really worked well there. So we need another black card. They could be getting into trouble. Red card. So these are going to split the fire now. So they're going to fire, 2 are going to fire that one there, and 2 are going to fire down there, and they're going to double tap. So with 4 dice, we'll do this one over there first. So 4 dice. So they'll now be hitting on 7 pluses because they're double tapping. Which they've got 1. So 7s again, 6s should I say, for them because we're putting in hard cover, which they saved. So nothing happens to them there. And then we're going to double tap down to these ones down here with these two. They do exactly the same, hitting on 7 pluses. They hit twice. 6 pluses situational awareness because 50% in cover. And they saved 1, so 1 went through. Body armour, hitting on killing on 7 plus. Killed 1 as well from them there, so 1's been killed there. So their situational awareness has gone up 1 by 1. So they're now saving on 3 pluses situational awareness, and they fail by 1. So contact dynamic move models up to 3 inches if they're able to recover. And they only get 1 momentum next turn, so that wasn't very good. But they're already in cover, so they don't really need to move them. See what the next card is. Black again. Right. We're getting into a bit of a gunfight around here. So we're going to use these to double tap onto them there. Looks like 4 dice. Hitting on 4 pluses. Take that one out. So that's 4 hits. Situations is 7s. They saved, well, I believe that they saved 3, so only 1 went through. They've got body armour, so they're killing on a 7 plus. No, they don't kill, but still 1 went through, so situation awareness is 9, which they saved. Because don't forget, all stress has gone up. Not too good, they're dug in round there, aren't they? So, let's see what happens. Next card, it's a red card again. Do they need to break contact? Or do we need to, while they come down, get them back out again? They're going to do exactly the same again. No, they're going to do exactly the same again. They're going to fire down on that one down there, and then these 2 are going to fire over there. So they're going to split. They're going to double tap. Hitting on 7 pluses on them. So they got 1 hit. And they saved their situational awareness. So no effect down there. These 2 are going to fire down on these ones down here. Only 1 went through. And they saved their situational awareness as well there. So, bit of a wasted dice roll that. Right then. Next card. Red again. Right, we're going to break contact. We need to start doing something. So what they're going to do, they're going to fall back 9 behind this car here. So they're going to move down there behind this car. Like that. King. Right. These have only got 1 momentum, so these are going to have to start pushing forward. We're going to use that 1 momentum just to get them pushing forward there. Next card is a Joker. 1 to 5. NATO. 6 to 10. Militant forces. So it's an 8 militant forces again, and they've rolled a 9. So all their stress has gone up. So all their stress has gone up again. So it's 10 plus. So they will fail all their stress rolls straight away. But we just got to see how many they fail it by to go on there. So not very good at all. for black card. So this SAS team's going to move up to the door there of that there. And they're going to fire on them just 2 rounds into them there, hitting on 3 pluses. So hit twice. Situational awareness is 7s because they're behind hard cover, which is saved 1, so 1 went through. Killing on a 6 plus, don't kill, but 1 went through, so let's see what happens. 2, so they failed it by 1, so these are they're in contact. Well, if that should be right, look at this realistically. If their stress is that bad, 7, they're going to break contact. So straight away they're going to break contact and they're going to come off the board because it's 5 pluses. So they're going to run like anything off the board there. And because the stress level is twice as much, I think we're going to end the game there. Overall, not a bad game. I think the card system works quite well, and I think the random events work quite well. Apart from we've got 2 stresses plus 7 there. I don't know how that works. We might have to re-roll if you got something like that again. But not bad, not bad. I've got a few of the rules wrong, I know I have, but it's all about narrative. It's not about making sure we're super duper perfect, and it's about the experience. Again, a great game. This is the problem down here, where the militants and that Wagner group team come on and just come into a firefight. British infantry didn't do much apart from that one thing when they come round there. And that's it. So that's the lot. First of all, thank you everybody for watching the video. Thank you for all my subscribers. Thank you for everybody that's been returning to watch my videos. I know a lot of people have. Now, I'm not super duper. I'm not saying everything is filmed like Steven Spielberg, but I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you look at this rule set and think about purchasing it if you haven't seen it before. Like I said, I have messed up some of the rules. I know I have, but the grey rules are my own homebrew rules, which I've put into place just to make it a little bit cinematic, can you say? I know grenades don't work like that at all. You're lucky if you get an AOE of 1. But on that, thank you very much for watching. Look out for some more battle reports coming up shortly and some more videos, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye everybody, thank you for watching.